Hey guys, welcome back to Skies of Arcadia Legends. Last episode, we proved something that if it was historically accurate would have actually been proven about 1,000 years ago plus. Along with discovered probably what is a hot contender for one of the coolest areas in the game, purely because of customization. In this episode, we're going to continue. We're going to buy some ship parts, but also I want to double check. It's been a while since the Alpha. Let's check what our swashbuckler rating is. Excuse me. Vice the what now? What, I discovered the world is round and all of a sudden I'm the villain? I know Enrique made an assessment that, well, we'll just figure that out in a minute. Let's talk to Belle. Welcome, Captain. Buy or sell ship equipment. Buy. And I want to actually buy a needlessly extra amount of level cannons. It seems silly, but trust me. There's a reason for that. I don't know if you remember, but we also want to buy the chandelier, which I think is the last purchasable Vice the Extravagant item. Alright. And hell, we can gossip, so. Oh, I'm such an airhead! I gave Brabham the wrong part earlier. I hope he realizes before it's too late. I'm not used to running a shop, so I keep making all sorts of mistakes. Well, anyway, I always make mistakes anyway, but not the shop kind. But it's my goal to be able to do something without messing it up. And that's what I'm here for. I'm bound to get something right. So, I hate to be that guy, but I'm sure the more astute eyes have noticed she is one of only 2 characters in the whole game with a unique animations, as it were. The other one is Beleza, specifically while she's in disguise. I am so sorry. But I do like the fact that she's just kind of a it almost seems less like Clara was encouraging her to trying to help out her crew, and more like she was just pawning her off on us. Terrible as it sounds. Alright, you know what? And this is weird, right? Like, I mean, like I said, I'm not perfect, but why am I all of a sudden the villain? Maybe we can figure it out at the Sailors Guild at Nazrad. Well, any Sailors Guild, but realistically, Nazrad's right there. I mean, I don't see the harm in not going out of the way to go something way. All right. Let's see here. This is a little odd. Let's go talk to the guild manager and see what's up. Okay, so the dress sales lady survived. What about everyone else? You know what? You look an awful lot like one of those pirates on the wanted list. Wait, what? Okay. This is Daikoki of the Wealthy, riding aboard a gaudy ship plating in gold. This pirate has been known to attack all who cross his path. A wealthy Yafutoman, he has been seen traveling near the lands of ice. It is said that he throws money at his opponents, confusing them to fight. That is certainly a confusing attack. And once thought to be a hero, the once Blue Road Vice has been reported to be robbing the people of Nazrad, along with his 2 female accomplices. Perhaps Vice is nothing but a lowly scumbag of a black pirate after all. What? Was it because I was here while Ramirez blew up the place? I thought pretty much everyone knew that was Valua's responsibility. Oh, and of course Piastel has to make it known that she wants a rematch. Naturally. Wrong way. I don't think I can get down from there. Alright, well... let's see here. I have to figure this out. Maybe I'll go back to the ship. Now, obviously, if I've been recently robbing people, I don't think coming straight back would be a good idea, but, you know, just talking to everyone right now. But maybe if I go to the ship, let things cool down, I could come back and kind of get an idea as to why I've been robbing them. Bit of an odd thing. I'm gonna save here. I might be forced to fend off an angry mob. I don't know. Like I said, I never thought I'd see myself on the wanted list. It's got me a little worried. Not gonna lie. Talk to this gentleman. Maybe he knows something about it. Hold up. Oh, hey, Tomorrow Black. Hey, doesn't that guy remind you a little of somebody? Or rather, doesn't he remind you a lot of somebody? Those are probably the people that have been going around Nazareth pretending to be us. Vice, we gotta do something. Yeah, and I'd say doing something is definitely well within our interests. Well, 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 if it isn't Vice, I never thought I'd actually get to meet the real you. The pleasure is all mine. Who the heck are you guys? I know, these are the creeps that have been going around pretending to be us. My name is Vise. You sure it ain't Dupless, or Demaro, or Jim, or Krasinski? I used to be a traveling entertainer. My specialty? Impersonations. You don't say. Your outfit is slightly off, and I'm admittedly worrying about that. You didn't bother to do anything to address your natural eye colors. Or, you know, hair color, I think you're try-harding to look like edgier versions of us a little bit. Lately, I discovered that whenever I impersonate you, people just throw their money on the ground and run away screaming. It's really made my life quite simple. I don't do a thing and I get rich. All thanks to you. It's like cake and candy from a baby. Hey there, big boy. I'm Anita, but I'm sure you'll remember me after today. But big boy? Forget that red-headed man-girl and come with... Oh my gosh. I'll show you the true treasures of this world. Hey, this girl is starting to really get on my nerves. I'm Faina. If we kill you, we'll become the real Vice crew and nobody will be the wiser. Except, you know, anyone with the slightest hint of sound logical reasoning, but I'm guessing One Piece level intellect is common too. Hell, it's even worse, because at least Tomorrow Black was kind of explainable. Yeah, Luffy'd been gone for 2 years. It's easy to see how he could have let himself go. Beef up on his tan. Of course, Sentamaru caught on, but... These guys, like, okay, like, Vice kind of looks like us if we decided to, you know, go full Shadow the Hedgehog and wear red and black instead of blue and black. And sure, Anita and Faina's outfits are similar, but they're not quite the same. But there's a problem. Even if you didn't know Anita and Anita or Vice's, or my bad, Aka or Vice's eye color, I have a feeling you'd have a hard time mistaking a blue-eyed Sylvite for a red-eyed Goth. Just saying. To tell you the truth, you guys are a big thorn in our side. We're gonna have to ask you to die. Which, you see, leaves us with very few alternatives, and I believe that it is fate that we have met you this day. I mean, yeah, so you get your asses handed to you. So in order for us to live our life of luxury, we're gonna need to kill you. It's nothing personal, really. Is it, though? Don't think we're just gonna sit there while creeps like you just use our names for our own greed. We'll settle this aboard my ship. I knew you'd say that. The real Vice would never in his right mind think of endangering the lives of townsfolk. And while we're out there, we might as well take your ship. That would complete our image like nothing else. Bah! Alright, I'd like to introduce you to Jim from the office. I'm sorry, Vice and crew. And in case you didn't pick up on it, this is the only optional boss in the whole game that actively goes out of its way to influence your bounty rating, your swashbuckler rating. Yes, it does happen the instant you get the world is round discovery, for those who didn't know. If I discover I paused in the last video, I'm going to have ruined the whole surprise. But you know what? That's where there are other solutions. Oh boy, I'm doing this at risk of my own health, but I'm going to use the Aura of Valor, Delta Shield, Defend with Aka, and Justice Shield with Enrique. Now, unlike the Ixanes demons, just getting rid of one of these three does not actually automatically help us. In fact, if anything, it could prove problematic, as they pretty much all have replicas of our own attack. Naturally, the two most threatening individuals in the room are Vice and Fane, and Anita. That said, you still want to get rid of Fana because, just like Fina, she is primarily the team healer. Oh, and as you can see, unlike the Ixanes demons, we really didn't come that close to one-shotting any of them. Let's use... Lord, that is a rough position. Vice, Delta Shield. Okay, a bit of a gamble here, but we definitely do want to get rid of any advantage Vice and crew have going in. Lunar Winds can be helpful to this end, as it will remove all their buffs. For those curious, this is basically Vice's Counter-Strike. Or Counter-Stance, I can't remember. Good lord, if Faina ain't tough to get rid of. I might actually have to take another go at this fight. Okay, thankfully she is stubbornly resting on her laurels. And Vice is not felt in the mood to attack, which is also extraordinarily helpful. Because if you use something, in his case it is Cutlass Wrath, I believe? Okay, there's one down. Unfortunately, it does limit their... oh, crap. Unlike Aka, this attack really flippin' smarts, which, to be fair, Land of Burst hurts too, but we're usually dealing with enemies with sub 1000 HP, and as you can see, with Fina's HP buffed, defense buffed as much as we reasonably could get it, let's go ahead, at risk of, And like I said, using a Sacrum Crystal isn't a guarantee of survival. If Vice feels like using one of his special moves, we are SOL. Ooh, lord. You could have been a little slower, Anita, just saying. I don't think I have a Ryzlum crystal to keep Fina active. Thankfully, as long as Vice don't feel like attacking, there might be like a slight chance of survival. I'm just hoping that at least Fina will be faster than Anita, if nothing else. Gosh, okay. I am grateful that Vise is feeling like using his counter stance more than anything. RNG has been way better to me than it was with Laban, I'll tell you that much. Alright. And we're gonna use... So, I thought we were gonna use a Curia Crystal. Well... God, I am so glad that Vise has not felt like using Cutlass Wrath, or... Man, I wish you could press start to skip their animations at least. Alright, and that gets rid of any bust that Fana would have given him.
Let's try this. Okay.
All right, here. I think we're going to build up to another prophecy at this point. Seems to be our best play. Especially with Anita spamming Anita Burst, and I'm imagining it's only a matter of time before Vise uses Cutlass Wrath. Okay, thankfully... There it is. I knew this is coming. This might actually be a bit of a one-shot. Okay, thank goodness. Whew. To say I haven't been dodging bullets left and right with this boss would be, well, it'd be an understatement.
Here goes. Let's try this. Feel my fire. Anita first.
Okay, the problem is, depending on who Vise feels like attacking, yeah, this could be a fight ender. Yep. I don't think Eika's HP is high enough to survive this. Oh gosh, okay. Miracle to end all miracles. Whew. Okay, we're gonna use the Sacralin Crystal on Eika. And give everyone a Sacrum. I'm sorry, I just... that spell name, I don't think they meant it. But it does come across a bit funny. Okay, I was wondering, I was like, I don't think I've gotten the Constitution Gem yet, but...
Let's try this.
Vise, what is your beef with Eika? Well, I know it's like they almost always go after the support and healers of the group, but... Alright. Let's give these assholes what's coming to them. Okay, those are some funny.
Hey.
Okay. We give up. Man, you guys really are the real deal. I never imagined you were so strong. No, I'm being serious. Just please let us live. We promise not to do anything bad more. We're just really big fans of yours. You wouldn't kill your fans, right? We would do no such thing to our fans no more than our fans would do to us. I'm just kidding. We're not horrible like that. Come on, big boy. Just let us go, please. This is pathetic. I told you he never should have gotten involved in this kind of stuff in the first place. If you guys promise not to use our names to do evil deeds anymore, we'll let you live. So, what do you guys plan to do from here on? Well, we won't be making trouble for ourselves, that's for sure. And well, we are former entertainers. I figured we could just run a Vice Crew lookalike show. We could probably make a decent living off of that. I know a certain duplicate that could function as the ever-rotating fourth party member if you desperately need to fill out the roster. I don't know whether you guys really got it together or you're just a bunch of flakes. If you're ever in the neighborhood, please stop by. We'd love to have you as guest stars on our show. I'm not sure I'd want to be. I have a feeling you would certainly have an episode about you killing the imposters, and you might dedicate to the act a little bit more than any reasonable human being would care to do. Alright, as you can see, I'm back to Fearless now. So like I said, it's a bit of an interesting one. We have the first boss, and only boss in the game, that actually goes out of its way to affect our swashbuckler status. And it is perfectly optional, meaning that yes, if you choose not to fight all the bounty bosses, you can go the whole rest of your way as Vice the Fallen Pirate. Alright. So let's talk to our merchant friend here. Oh, it's you! You are Vice the Fearless. Welcome to the Sailors Guild. It's an honor. Here you go, your reward for your work. I've heard quite a bit about you lately. Keep up the good work. I'm counting on you. For Vice the Imposter. Yep. Alright, but this is probably far and away the most valuable bounty, because he doesn't only just give you 20,000 for beating him, plus whatever cash reward. No, I love how the ship parts merchant. It always seems to be a bit of an exaggerator. Alright. Yeah, the tuna cutlass and the swarmerang. They both suck as weapons, but they are worth quite a penny. The focus robe. I don't think I needed that badly. Alright. Next thing I want to do is go talk to the good old doctor. And actually, how many moonberries do I have? Only 3. I need 1 more. Yeah. Rough luck. Getting the last move for Fina's roster would have been particularly helpful. It would have made me darn near boss-proof, actually. Alright, next thing we're going to do is we're going to head over to visit our favorite doctor, if he'll take our moonfish off our hands. And let's take the shortcut of sorts. Plus, I believe in this particular Sky Rift there are no random encounters, so it can help you out if you're trying to avoid anything a little too dicey. Though at this point, anything that comes on a Nazrad shouldn't be too much of a threat. Alright. Talk to Doctor over here. Ghost mail. Sword of Dacket. Gold bullion. Ooh, that's not a bad one. I believe the Knezzles have a chance of actually dropping this. Constitution gem, there it is. Defensive aura. Maria can actually talk to that bird. Sure seems like it. I don't know for sure, though, but either way, it looks like they understand each other on some level. Now that I think about it, even her older sister. Doc? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh no, I'm sorry. I was just lost in thought. Doc, please, tell me about Ramirez. When you first knew him, I must know. I need to know what happened to him. What changed him so? Sounds like you've got some pretty personal reasons for wanting to know. Very well, I told you about how Ramirez and I met, right? Well, soon after that, we were sent to Ixtaka, just after Valua had begun to occupy the area. What's wrong, Ramirez? Ever since we got to Ixtaka, you've looked troubled. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. Well, if I may speak freely, I feel that Valua is wrong in its ways, and the way it treats the Ixtakans. Hey, wait a minute there, Ramirez. Putting the people into slavery, forcing them to mine for moonstones, and all for Valua's profit? It's horrible. Ramirez, you are absolutely right. I, as a father of two, feel the same way. I feel a sadness deep in my heart for the plight of the people of Ixtaka. How's this, then? I will personally express these grievances to the Empress herself. Let me deal with it, Ramirez. Thank you, my lord. One day, we ran into Admiral Galcian in Ixtaka. Back then, Lord Galcian was still just another admiral in the Armada, but stories of his military prowess were rapidly spreading. Actually, the reason Valua had so easily conquered Ixtaka and occupied it was due to the great military feats of Lord Galcian, like very slowly chasing his targets and giving them plenty of time to escape. Of course, Ramirez went straight to Galcian, being the root of all the evils in Ixtaka. Lord Galcian, how can you treat the Ixtakans like this? It's despicable! Ramirez, you can't talk like that to an admiral! Stay out of this, Doc. This has nothing to do with you, and no matter what happens, I know Admiral Mendoza will stand up for me. Admiral Mendoza. Fool. What did you say? How dare you speak ill of Admiral Mendoza? I will not stand here and let you tarnish his honor. It was not Mendoza I called a fool. It was you, boy, who follow him so blindly. That is the fool. What did you say? People are not to be trusted. Depend on a person too much and they will betray that trust sooner or later. I only believe in power. Power will never betray you. And that is why I search this land for an even greater power. And if such a power exists, I swear it shall be mine. You will someday understand the meaning of my words. When that day comes, I will be awaiting you. And we get a bit of a look into Galcian's character. In case you didn't get a hint at it, I might have already suggested it in an earlier thumbnail of an episode as to who he is hauntingly similar to. That was the first time Ramirez and Galcian had ever met. If I had only stopped Ramirez back then, things may have turned out much differently. Uncle Doc?
All right.
Wait a second, Maria. I'll be right there. Ever since she started talking again, Maria stopped using that bell and now she calls me by name. And it always makes me feel weak in the knees whenever she calls me uncle. I'm such a sucker for those pretty little eyes. Alright, well get out of your way. You're probably busy anyway. We'll talk more about Ramirez some other time, okay? Sure thing, and don't forget to bring more moonfish. Alright. I don't think I got a moonberry out of that or in between now and, well, my next encounter with Piastol, but just to make sure... Okay, good. Lunar Light. And because of this move, I am actually going to give Fina, particularly the Constitution Gem for now. Lunar Light is by far the best healing move in the game. It uses a butt ton of spirit points. As you can see, 18, but it is worth every one of them. Basically combine Sacrum, Sacrolin, and a Bolt Curia all into one ability. And I'm not even sure, I can't remember if it even resurrects death and accounts for effects like, what's it called, like being unconscious, so it would effectively function like Rizalim too. This thing is busted, and it can make any player darn near invincible. And it's so much so to the point that forget beating Vise the Imposter, this is worth saving over that other file for. Now we got one last little one more thing to do, and as I've been hinting at, and my confidence in winning this fight is about to go way up. So, let's go greet Piastol. Vice, today is the day that I take your life. Hey, now you wait just a second there. You mind telling us exactly why you hate Vice so much? I despise all air pirates. That is why I became a hunter of you despicable people. It all started 7 years ago, when my family was brutally murdered by air pirates. And that is where I saw you, Vice, among the air pirate scum that took my family from me. Okay, something's off. You gotta be mistaken. We're blue rogues, we'd never do something like that. Silence! Blue, black, you're all the same! You all deserve to die! My only purpose in life since then has been to deliver justice onto the air pirates that destroyed my life. Vice, it is time for me to have my revenge. Have at you!
On guard. I will avenge my father.
Alright, here. Same basic tactic, we just want a bit... At this point, a lot of the boss fights a bit basically boil down to build up to the turn stealing move. And let's see, what's it going to afflict Aika with? Okay, and we've got Piastol's first multi-target attack. Deluge. I'm taking a bit of a gamble. Usually she does a spell and then an attack every other turn, though sometimes it can change, and she might decide to go for her Eternae is good. Thankfully, no status ailments will work on Fina because she has the ring, the Constitution gem. Alright, now I'm going to show off Lunar Light. If Richtelish hadn't ruined my Deathus run, I actually would have waited until I had this ability along with Gilder back on the party to probably get back into the swing of things. Amelia is funny because I almost always hear that as die, which it kind of makes sense in context regarding Piastel. I have a feeling that was the case. Yep, and inevitably Tempest Dance makes its way back in there. Alright, I think I want to see if I can set up, now that I know that the dog is very everlasting gem. Actually, yeah, I want to keep Gem of Fluidity on her. And I'm going to do an Everlasting Gem on him, just to be on the safe side. And for now, I'm going to skip through this turn a little bit, because, I mean, at some point you are seeing a lot of repetition. Alright. And now we have Prophecy accessible. And well, as you can see, her Death Hound has been one shot. That loses access to her healing. Alright, so now it's largely just a matter of chipping away at this lady's health. While I'm thinking about it, let's throw in a Lunar Blessing as well. Make sure that everyone's in good health.
Righteousness be our shield. Shield of justice.
Alright, we're gonna change to Gem of Fluidity, now that we can see that, actually, let me change Vice to Counterbracer. And Enrique to our remaining Gem of Fluidity. That way, then there we go.
That was easy.
Father, am I doomed to never win? To never avenge your death? Piastel, tell me what happened to you 7 years ago. I want to know. I need to know why you think I killed your family. Very well. Perhaps it will help jog your memory as well. 7 years ago, I was a young girl of 10 years. My father was a soldier in the Valuan Armada. My entire family lived aboard his ship as we sailed the Valuan skies, together. One night, I was awakened by a loud explosion and rumbling.
Father!
I rushed to the deck and found nothing but a sea of flames. But I could see through the flames that an air pirate ship was fast approaching. The rest of my family was on the bridge of the ship, but the flames were too strong. I couldn't get through to them. My father used to always tell me that in situations like this to save myself first. I was so worried about my father and my baby sister that instead I rushed to the room where we kept the lifeboats. That is where I ran into an air pirate. A red-haired air pirate girl. Wait a second, that was you? Yes, it was, and for whatever reason, even though you were invading our ship, I found you unarmed. I reacted as the soldier my father had raised me to be. Without a second thought, I drew my knife. I threw it with the intention to kill. But my knife missed its mark. It's because you, Vice, jumped in the way to protect her. And my knife struck your cheek. Yes, that scar on your cheek is from the knife that I threw. And while you were both still disoriented, I made away on a lifeboat and left you to burn on the ship that you destroyed. I later learned that the flagship Aquila did not sink, and that they found my father's corpse. The doctors say that it was not the fire that killed him, but a sword wound. I also heard that my sister was alive, but I have no idea where she is now. That is when I swore that I would have vengeance on the air pirates that have destroyed my life. That is when I became a hunter of air pirates. Now do you understand, Vice? Now do you understand why I hate you so? Piastel, I hate to tell you this, but you've got a few things mixed up. We weren't the ones that attacked you. We just happened to be in the area when we saw that your ship was in trouble. We boarded your ship to try and help. How dare you? You think your lies will fool me? I remember that incident too. I remember everything that happened. When we were getting prepared, I just figured it was a rescue mission. I was careless and didn't think I would need my weapons. And because of me, because of my stupidity, Vice got hurt. All because of my carelessness. Aka. Piastel, you've got to believe me. We weren't the ones who attacked your ship. She was a kid. She can't blame herself for that. I would never lie about that day. Not after what happened to Vice. I I wouldn't be able to forgive myself if I did. Is that all that you have to say? Piastel, Vice, I will come for you one last time, and then I will put everything on the line. I will put an end to this cat and mouse game. Understood. Just call me at the Sailors Guild, like always. Interesting. Alright. I think this is a good stopping point. And wow, we just learned a lot. So, I know we didn't do it, but next episode, there is a lot more we could do, but we're actually going to, instead of the usual in-between everything we could do, we're actually going to go straight for Land of Ice. Until then, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. See you next time.